everyone. This is Lora, and today I'm speaking with Hina and Fiona Khuong-Huu. They're wonderful young violinists. Hina is 15, Fiona is 13. Both of them attend the Juilliard Pre-College, where they study with Professor Lin, and they also attend the Spence School in New York. And now I find them in their home in New York where they are in quarantine. Hi girls, how are you doing?
Hi, we're good. How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, still making music through these difficult times. How are you guys spending the quarantine? You've been home for the last 2 months.
Yeah, so we haven't been out in a while, so that's been a little tough, but we get to be all together in the same place. And yeah, I mean, what have we been doing?
We've been baking a lot.
Yeah, we made banana bread.
Oh,
Yeah,
yum.
yeah. We're getting
And
better at it. In the beginning, we weren't that good at it, and it was kind of mushy, but it's good now. What else? We've been doing puzzles,
Great.
board games.
board games. Yeah, and we've been playing violin together. Yeah.
Yes, fantastic, fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about your violin. You both started when you were 3 years old, um, and you're 2 years apart. So one of you was five, then the other one was three, and obviously you had to have had some help to get so good on the violin, right? Um, I was thinking about Mozart, that he also started when he was three. And of course, he was a great genius, but he also had his father to help him along. Who was helping you when you were little?
Um, our mom would help us a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, your mom. So I thought so, right? Was your mom a musician? Is she a musician, or did she just love music and learn to play around you?
Yeah, she actually isn't a musician, but it's almost like she is. She's really helpful, and she would monitor our practice and make sure we were practicing. Um, and yeah, she comes in all our lessons and watches and take notes, and yeah,
Yes,
she's
that's
basically a musician.
yes, exactly. That's very helpful. I'm sure your teachers have been grateful to have involved parents. Parents are very important to early music education, especially in the on the level that you're playing. And so you have both been doing a lot of competitions lately and doing quite well at these competitions. I also read in your bio that you played at Buckingham Palace, which is so exciting. Can you tell our audience a little bit about that experience?
Well, we played the Vivaldi Concerto for four violins with Maxim Vengerov, which
Oh,
was amazing.
And we also got to meet the princess, which
oh,
was which was really nice. And we were before we met her, like the days before, we were given like a little article that said how you're supposed to behave in front of the princess, like you're supposed to curtsy and you're supposed to shake hands only if she initiates it and all of that. So it was really fun. Yeah, it was fun to meet
fascinating, all the formalities. So it must have been a memorable experience. I
her.
certainly wish you many, many such experiences, and I'm sure they're in your bright future. Um, Recently, Fiona was selected to participate at the Menuhin competition for young artists. Um, and this is a competition that Hina recently also got a prize. So Fiona, you were supposed to be there this year, right? This May. Is the competition happening in some shape or form, or is it postponed? What are the plans?
It's postponed to next year in May around the same time.
Oh, fantastic. So this is actually a great opportunity for us, the Salon de Virtuosi, because we have a chance to hear you as well. Originally, we were supposed to hear just your sister, but now we can hear both of you. So we get two wonderful musicians at once. The evening is dedicated to French music and French culture. We are holding it together with the Consul General of France. Originally, it was supposed to be in the French consulate, and now we're holding it online. You guys are French citizens. You speak French, and you are also part Japanese, correct? Your mom is from Japan. How many languages do you guys speak at home?
Three. So just French, Japanese, and English. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So, and then of course the language of music. So that's that makes it to four.
Best one.
Yes. Yeah. So do you speak with one parent in French, with another in Japanese, or do you mix them all up? Or-
It's kind of become a jumble. You know, some words in a sentence will turn into French or Japanese. Yeah, and we used to go to Japanese school, so that's where we learned it. We went since we were like from preschool all the way to like middle school, and we graduated that, so now we don't go anymore. But yeah.
And you know how to read and write and all the characters and everything in Japanese. Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of characters and they're really hard to remember. So I'm kind of starting to forget some of them, but yeah, it's been a while since I was actually writing all of it in school.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll come back. Yeah, I'm the same way with Bulgarian. As soon as I start writing, because we also have a different alphabet, so as soon as I start writing, it kind of comes back.
Yeah.
Everything is a matter of practice. Um, and of course, French is your other culture. Your dad is French. Have you been to France much?
No, we've been a couple times. Fifi was actually there in over winter break. Yeah.
Just so recently.
Yeah.
We all love France. It's one of the most
Yeah.
beautiful
Paris is
countries.
so nice. Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. And you're playing some French pieces. Tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about the program. So I want to let our audience know that this is a program that you specifically selected for this concert. Works for solo violin, two sonatas by the Belgian composer Eugene Isaïe, and then you're playing some duos by Leclerc. And what else? You're playing Handel duos as well, right?
Handel, Leclerc. Leclerc's actually a French composer.
Nice.
From like the Baroque era. So it might be similar to like Bach or any other composers that are from way back then. And also Isaïe. He's not French, but he's Belgian, so we're close. So
Francophone. Yeah.
yeah. So we're playing the sonata. I think. Which one are you doing?
Ballade number 3.
Number 3, yes, yes, it's one of the most famous ones. And which one are you doing, Hina?
I'm doing number 2. I'm gonna do the first movement, which is called Obsession. So Obsession is actually, it's really heavily based on Bach's Partita number 3, the prelude. So you'll hear like snippets of actual phrases directly from the prelude that are actually mixed in the piece itself. So, and you'll see a lot of contrast between how Isai interprets it and the actual prelude. So it's really interesting.
Oh, we'll be sure to listening for those details. I love Isai. He's just makes the violin sound like a whole orchestra, using so much imagination and colors and fantastic. Well, these are quite advanced works. We are very impressed that you guys have tackled them. Are these your quarantine pieces, or have you been working on them for a while?
Well, a lot of them are old pieces that we have learned before, like a couple of years ago. And so we've been like spending the past few weeks like relearning them, and yeah.
Yeah, and it's always nice to get to revisit a piece after previously learning it, because you always learn new things and always kind of discover things as you go, and it's always nice to look back and do it again.
Absolutely, absolutely. And yes, that's part of the learning process. A lot of the times people would ask us, oh, how long have you been playing this piece? And the truth is that sometimes you really need to spend significant amount of time and go away from a piece and then back to it in order to truly eternalize it. And
You
also,
never finish a piece. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And that's why being a performing artist, such as yourselves, you get to refresh it and perform it over and over. And each time it's a little different. So how do you find recording, by the way? So these days, everybody around the world is doing a lot of recordings, a lot of live streams. We're dealing with things like that we didn't think we would be, like setting up our own microphones and cameras and so on. So how do you find this experience? Have you been learning new things?
I think the recording process is much different from like an actual performance. Um, and I mean, in a performance, it's kind of you have one shot, you do it, and you get it done. But in a recording, you can kind of digest and really, I think you have more time. So it's been different, but it's a good difference.
How do you find learning online? Have you been having your lessons at the Juilliard Pre-College online?
Yes, we've been using FaceTime and Zoom a lot
Mhm.
for private lessons and also for like ear training and music theory and even orchestra.
Really? So how
Yeah.
do you find that experience compared to in person? Do you enjoy some aspects of it, or is it all very, very difficult to deal with?
I think it's definitely hard to replicate a classroom setting or like an orchestra, like a full orchestra setting where everyone's together and communicating. It's definitely hard to replicate that. But um, we've been I think in orchestra we've been listening to pieces and watching performances together, talking about it, having discussions. So we're still actively kind of interacting with music. So that's the best we can hope for now, I think.
Yes. Yes, we do the best of it, and
Yeah.
certainly I'm happy that I get to learn all these new things, and including this interview. This is only my second interview here on Zoom, so I'm becoming something of an interviewer these days. Because normally we at the Salon de Virtuosi, we have a very nice family of friends and members who love classical music, and after each concert, they get to talk to the artists. So the whole idea is, by having this interview, to let them know a little bit more about you. And I'm very grateful that you made yourselves available, that you're here for us, sharing your experiences at the moment and in the future. We wish you all the best. We're very much looking to your concert, and we also hoping that we can present you to our audience live also very soon, so that we can really have our regular salon experience. But until then, we'll make the best of this digital world. Um,
Yeah.
Good luck with your schooling, and all the best to both of you. Stay healthy, stay well, and see you at your concert performance. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
having us.
Bye bye.